All right, good morning, everybody. It's Tuesday, March 17th. We are live here to the public. Spies gapping up here already. All this happened in the pre-market. Pre-market action has always had quite a range. So yesterday we kind of faded from the close, probably like 20, 30 handles, and we bid it all back up to the highs of the last couple of days. So it's a very, very interesting point here where they're opening up for the morning here. Qs and SPY are both at highs for the last couple of days. We couldn't break out. So SPY at 672, we haven't been able to break out. We break out over here. There's a gap all the way up to like 675 here that they could hit. But again, yesterday it looked like they would, and they just spent all day just chopping. Yesterday was actually the first day the straddle closed in pretty aggressively, pretty soon. And then off the NVIDIA news, I don't know if any of you guys were watching, but off the NVIDIA news, I don't know if Jensen Huang signed a titty or something.
No, he did, boy. He did.
The stock went to like 189 and then crashed. And the indexes broke this key level, which was like 6,700 or something like that. And we swept up and then just faded it all back. SPY still going here this morning. Was there news at 8 o'clock this morning? Was there anything that came out this morning? Joe?
I don't think so.
Okay, so this is just the same.
Yeah, something to pay attention to for all of those looking at futures and seeing this big gap up on your charts. Futures contract roll happened on TradingView across the board, so
right.
Keep that in mind when you're looking at where the actual implied open is.
All right, so I'm gonna throw this back over to Joey Gex here for some VIX news and some dealer and some customer positioning to see if we have anybody out on the book already selling puts, selling calls. Joe, what are you seeing?
Yeah. So, I mean, there's a couple things sitting on the book already. This pre-market, I'm gonna share screen here and I'll post it to the people in the room as well. But you have a put spread, sold put spread down at 6,600 by 6,590.
Way out.
Put on way out there. It's probably not going to come be much of a factor. But let me share this.
This pre-market is pumping, man. What is the straddle here this morning?
That I haven't even looked at yet.
Let's see what it is.
Why is this doing this? All right. So yeah, that's what we're kind of going to be looking at here. If you guys can see on my SCART, the people on the public side, you'll notice this put side right here down 6,600.
Yep.
And then the 6590s, it's like 2K contracts. There's a couple other random little spreads up above here too. 6760 by 70. I would assume that this person probably put a condor on, but the upside is, oh, actually, no, these are bought. So the call side is bought.
Okay.
Put side obviously sold here, but it's so far out of the money. It doesn't have relevance for us yet unless we kind of push up there. What's more important will be if we do get a pump higher, like a significant pump higher, we can even get above 6,800. There's a lot of positive gamma the higher we go. Positional wise, though, we will open again back into a negative pocket. Flip lines might be more relevant if we do get a pump, where we get currently the flip line is 6760-ish, 65-ish. So that's what I'll be paying attention to off the open. And then for those that are in the room, I will post an update on the VIX, given this big sell this morning off of it. For a month, is tanking down percent already, and VIX already kind of coming in.
And again, they're doing it pre-market, which they fucking love to do here, not intraday. The past couple of days range on the VIX, we're not at. Well, what is the VIX at? What is it? 23 here. We're 22 and a half.
24. Yeah, down from 24. So 24 and a half.
That's a big deal. You get down to $20, you know the deal here, guys. Now, this negative gamma territory means speed is still a factor. It's not like it's positive gamma where we just kind of move slower. Plus, you got this huge range here in the pre-market, so won't discount the fact that we could just sell this right off. I don't even know what the latest update on Iran is. I'm assuming here it's just kind of calming down, or at least with
Yeah, so
it's
looks
kind
like we'll open 25
of
handles
green.
higher.
Oil is still green, so it's not like they have come off of this. The thing is, they're able to pump the market now without oil, so that's a correlation trade that it doesn't exist here anymore. So we're gonna have to watch that too. BTC not really doing anything, but again, this thing has been incredibly bullish. Trading at around 74, 73.8, somewhere around there. So again, keep an eye on NVIDIA. Our internals here are going to look pretty positive off the open. And then remember, 672, we're literally at the breakout point on SPY. So it's not a surprise here. Q's at the same kind of spot. So we'll see. There's a big gap from last week that all of these things have. And that could put SPY at 675, 676, somewhere around there. So we'll see the action off the open. Again, 0 day here. We try not to get biased. There's always some emotion here to sell into or buy into. And that's all we do. Goldman Sachs here back to $800. JPM, BAC. Again, banks still weaker, the weaker of the pack. If you see these bid, maybe you get a better move on the IWM. But this is going to be an interesting open, man. SPY is bid as fuck here. Indeed. What the
All right, so it looks like we should open around 67.35
Jesus.
on SPX. Damn, these risk reversals, are going to look pretty off the open. Really nice pump here in the pre-market.
Yeah. I hate that they're just, doing most of it here in the pre-market. I wanted this move, by the way, yesterday, guys, and I got in trouble here trying to shoot for it. It's always one day after or some kind of scam. SNTK, by the way, it's at 720 all-time highs. Micron all-time highs as well. So
and just keep in mind too, guys, with this contract roll, it's going to look like gaps on ES or futures are only at 0.5%. If you're looking at the actual June contract, if you were looking at the regular ES1 that you would see on with this roll, we're up 1.28%. So that's not the true number. True number is we're only up about 0.5 percentage point right now. So just be careful with that.
Man, we are fucking flying here in this pre-market. 4 minutes to the open, and they just don't want to let us in. They just don't want to let you in.
I have some positions to adjust off the open, and then I will sit in the pocket for some scalps.
Can we get to straddle?
I'm pulling that right now.
It should be. I'm going to guess it's going to be 39. 42. I changed it. 42.
35.5.
35. And that's because we're bullish and the VIX is off, man. So you're going to get a tighten up straddle already into the afternoon here. So this is that VIX unwind here that we've been talking about. So it's very possible here you could see a VIX at 20 today. And then remember, you got FOMC tomorrow, and everybody's talking about with the increase in oil prices, they'll go ahead and start cutting rates. So that could be some of the bullishness here this morning too. That they're already talking about cutting rates and shit.
57 is what we were at, so it's 57.9. There we go. All right, I posted in the room the info there. We'll wait to see where we shake out. we're kind of at a inflection point here on the VIX to see what they do. This is what we were talking about a couple days ago for a potential level, 22.5 to 22. So see if they can dip below this or not. If they can, your next level of interest will be 20 again, which I would not be surprised if that's where they bring this down, given that is or was. And I have to check positioning, a big level for VIX expiration, which is tomorrow morning.
Right. Right. Yes, sir. Let's see what our internals open up at this morning. Got 2 minutes till the open. These ADDQs and ADDs, they did a decent job holding up yesterday. And 6,700 was a huge magnet for price yesterday on SPX. Well, obviously, we're going to gap well through it. Joe, let's refresh these GAX tools here. I have a feeling.
Can't yet. We're not open, so there's no data.
Got it. Yeah, I see. All right, here. 1 minute to the open. $674. What a fucking pre-market pump, man. 4 o'clock in the morning, we were trading 666 on SPY. They bid it all the way up to 60 handles. Yo, what they're doing in the pre-market these days, man, is unreal. All right, we are open. Wow, these things are that cheap. 674.
Mitch, to answer your question about what you do with the VWAPs and all of that, I just change my futures contract to the direct contract I want.
Right.
So like NQM or ESM until the roll and all that is over.
ADDs look pretty good. The ADD regular looks much stronger than the other day. Fix your dump off the open.
The flow's working. Hell yeah.
Flow's working? Great. So you'll be here.
I will be here. I will give me 2 seconds to talk to Jay, but I'll stay on the broadcast. I'm just gonna mute.
Guys, with the ADD flat this strong, the index you may want to go for is the IWM. So notice the Qs and SPY, we're kind of just stuck at this level. SPY, remember, you got a monster gap up, way up there. So 675 is what they'd be looking for. And if you look at the VIX, I mean, shit. So keep an eye on these internals off the open. I'm going to watch some oil.
All right, we good.
Good to go. Oh, yeah. 673 here.
Early call flow here in NVIDIA.
Where is she at? 184.
184. 184. Still hasn't gotten back up to that pump they had from the other morning. Upside level on SPX to pay attention to right now is going to be the flip level up at 67.65. That's your gamma flip from negative to positive. If we do keep getting this vol sell, right now they are just dumping VIX in front month futures, and that is probably because
Yep.
people are continuously rolling out their hedges and or monetizing them if they haven't already. So you're going to get this vol supply to come in, which is going to give you a mechanical bid on the index for now.
Yeah. By the way, this is what I wanted yesterday. This is exactly what I wanted yesterday, and I screwed up my day going for this yesterday.
These puts that I sold, Lucci, on when I did that risk reverse the other day, are up 27% now. They're just killing the put premium.
Exactly. Well, I mean, you see the VIX, so
yeah, and that's 90 days out killing put premium.
So exactly the position I was putting on yesterday and I got screwed on is exactly the same position I should be putting on today immediately, but I got no balls after they stripped them away from me yesterday. So yeah, GS here up 17 points. Everything, I mean, again, you guys weren't in the chat yesterday, but those who were in the chat, you guys feel my pain. Remember, the gap is from 675. So 675 is where I fully expect us to go to cover the gap here. Check out the cues. And again, look at the fucking VIX. Bye-bye.
Mitch got it in before Lucci said it.
What do you say?
Bye-bye.
Oh, Herb. Now, anybody who is looking to fade this, you're gonna have to be careful, and it's gonna be a VIX question here. Look at the ADD regular and look at the ADD Qs. You got 2,000 on the ADD Qs and almost 2,000 on ADD regular. Plenty of bullishness here to pull us up. Plus, you got the VIX dumping all the shit that I was expecting to happen fucking yesterday. 605 Q wall. And then your flip line 65 is what you were talking about. That's basically where the gap is, 675 on SPY. I hate you all. I hate you all this morning. I really do.
Yeah, a key thing to remember with the Fat Man indicator, guys, the gap ups and gap downs don't matter because it would just inflate an artificial reading. All we care about on the Fat Man is what it's doing on an intraday basis. So, and it's every 5 minutes the bars update. And it's based off of how much volume is moving and how much positive or negative volume there is. We can't participate obviously in this gap up, so we want to see if they continue bidding it or they start selling it because that will affect how the indexes move.
GS now fucking 20. Up 20. This shit is moving here. IWM 251. Notice it's most of the other names, but then again, the meta here, not looking that bad. Got a small pump on the VIX here. Where's oil? Just chilling. Folks in the room here, again, you were with me yesterday, so you feel my pain on what's going on here. Keep an eye on the VIX. Keep an eye on these internals. And if all this holds, we should pull price up, and we should get some decent dip buys. If we get a fat green star, I'm gonna buy the shit out of it. Remember that straddle is much tighter today. And then you got that Q wall at 605.
All right. Oh yeah, and while we're waiting, everybody, welcome our newest Zeroday moderator, Don. You guys
Oh,
know him. Don is now a mod for us.
oh, you made him a mod.
Hit him a mod. Well earned. Don's a G. Don.
They're selling the S&DK right now, which is actually not surprising, right? Because you go and buy all this other shit, and then you sell the names that were bullish. Going into this, by the way, that S&DK is fucking. I don't care what anybody says. That shit's going to at least 800.
And the flow in Nvidia, they're so bullish short term.
What are they buying? What are they buying?
Oh, they're ripping up. And I'll give you guys, there's some a little bit further dated. So for those that are not in the Steam room, I'm going to post our opening flow here. You guys can see what they're going for on Nvidia at the moment. So they're tagging big size in the 190s for 24 days out.
Yeah, I like that.
That's that big line. And then they have some of the short dated, looks like Momo sweepers.
For what line?
Protection.
On the
Going
Momo.
for the today, they're doing tomorrow 185s.
Yep.
Smaller size. And then the big sweeps are all 24 days out, 190s.
I mean, you guys remember Nvidia yesterday. What did he actually say that it caused the pump? It was that it was going to be $1 trillion. Oh, he was
Yeah.
talking about the forecast for
Yeah.
the next couple of years. That's what it was.
Gas up. VIX continuing to go lower. Yeah, and if we break 22, there's not much to really stop it down to 20. I'm going to take a peek on.
Is anybody short VIX? Are you short VIX? This is crazy.
I did, but I've already pulled that trade off.
Yeah.
I pulled it. I got it sold the. I got VIX puts when we popped over 30, so I'm already out of that trade.
Oh,
I sold
right.
when we
You
got
got
to
the pump.
25.
You get the pump fade, not the.
Yeah, exactly. That's when most of the big players inside of VIX were starting to monetize their hedges. I have, how many do I have left? I still have a 25 lot of those put spreads that I took, and I still have a 5 lot of the actual VIX puts. But funny enough, for those that haven't traded VIX, even though the VIX is lower than what it was 5-6 days ago, my contracts on the VIX are worth less.
They're worthless. Yep.
They are worth much less. So the peak price on the VIX at one point of the contracts that I was in when I took them was up at like 950. They're trading 875. So that's the key if you ever trade volatility. The minute you get that fade or that pop, that's why people end up taking the profit. I actually need to close all these down anyway.
Goldman Sachs continuing here, plowing through. JPM also. Anybody who's going for a short up here, it has to be a lotto ticket. Because, again, these ADDs here, we could just plow right through. VIX here just made a fresh low. Watch 605. Watch 605 on the Qs. Slower tape here now, too. Tesla. It's banks here that are getting most of the game. Again, IWM is still a laggard. I don't hate the lotto put up here. I just wouldn't get any size. And I would love to see if there's some call seller that comes in. Looking at the premiums, by the way, guys. Usually this is an exercise that we like to do. 50 points out of the money. Remember, the straddle is already 35. So if you look at 67.85, they're only going for $2. It's pretty fucking cheap. And the puts are cheap as shit. So if flipped on its head here, the put skew is way less than it has been the last couple of days. Way less. Way less.
Eddie, if you want to see it in a specific way, Eddie, just go to the Steam Room app and adjust it yourself. Create it. Having me manually adjust it would just cause me more problems than it's worth. So far, initial positioning here, a lot of puts being bought on SPX. You have people buying
What are they buying?
67.45s, 67.40s, and 67.25s. Size is 500 to 1,000 contracts, so people paying for a little bit of a pullback. And then you have a little bit of call selling small again up at 67.95, 6,800, like 1,000. So it's just adding to the negative gamma on the current picture. And again, post this map for you guys here. But this is where we stand on the gamma map.
You got some fading on these fat man names. Meta, Google, Amazon. Got some fading here.
I'm going to share this again real quickly. So I posted it to them. All right, so this is where we currently stand after the initial position. We'll probably get some more as they come in. Gamma flip sitting up here, 67.60 is that black line that you guys are seeing. And then you can see, obviously, the negative gamma from all of the long puts that are being bought. Again, it's relatively small size, as you can see from down here. 500 to 1,000 lots, people playing for a little bit of pullback. And you're starting to see a little bit of call selling above. So that flip line will be important to pay attention to. And then we'll kind of readjust and see where we go from there. And then again, on the VIX end, this is kind of your inflection point. We haven't been able to get below 22. Below 22 brings you down to 20. Above 22 can push you up to 25. So I'll post all of this in the room so you guys can see it, but that's kind of where we stand from a position standpoint off the open.
Q's broke that 605, but not convincingly. I like the fucking long, man.
Yeah.
Fucking long. I like 675 at some point on SPY. And then to short there. Can somebody confirm what that gap actually is? The exact number from the other day, last week? Is it 675? Is it 676?
I'm getting a signal here.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh.
God, you can't hear it, so I need to tell you when they pop. Yep, getting a signal.
All right. It's a good place to cover your longs if you're long. 606 went fast on the fucking Qs there.
All right, we're down to 22 now here on the VIX. See if we can gap this or not.
All right. Anybody who ripped the signal here, you're up a little bit already. But notice the VIX. Keep an eye on the VIX. I'm not in yet. But it doesn't look that bad at all. Oh, that's a nice fat solid red star too. Look at these fucking ADDs though.
Are you in this right now?
No, I'm not in it. I'm assuming here the max you're gonna get out of this is 2-3 handles. I like the spot of it, but I'm not in because I like I like getting it at the fucking highs. So if we roll back to these highs here, I'll shoot. Look at VIX though at the lows. Gonna get my glasses cleaned. All right, anybody who got that at the highs here, you already got a couple of handles here. So I would take one off or something and then hold some.
Yeah, I'm not in this. We're into the gap, and you know how I am, guys, with the first stars of the day. I think the level, Lucci, did you end up getting that SPY level you're looking for exactly?
Somebody posted it. Saeed posted it 675.60. That's the gap level. That's the level I want. Somebody else said 676.34 though.
Yeah, it's 676.34.
Okay, so Saeed, we got to smack the shit out of you.
I am in agreement with
So I will, if we hit that gap level, guys, I'm going to short the living piss out of this. By the way, anybody who's selling premiums here, today is the day to sell out of the money puts and just fucking sit on them for zero. Just because of the way the put skew is looking, and this is the first day we've seen that in God knows how long. You're getting the 6,700 puts for $4 still. I sold them at $6 right off the open. I didn't say it because it's 0 day. It's not a 0 day trade. But you guys know yesterday I was fishing around for the same shit. So I'm just going to put the same fucking thing on. FYI, the Q's held. So they broke the wall and held. Anybody who's still in this signal, I mean, you got a little bit on it. I'm just looking at the VIX. And the VIX is fucking toast. What is the VIX trading right now? Are we at 21 now?
22.
We're
So
still
this is
22.
the level that
This is the level.
this is the level to pay attention to.
Anybody who's still in this signal, it's a long one.
Oh yeah, good call, Mitch. It is not fucking Trading View and their caching problems. Let me fix it.
That's why I don't use it, guys. Fuck Trading View. But then again, I do use it because you're using it.
Exactly. You get the
It's on the
stars around
screen.
there, bro.
What a herb. All right, guys. Here you're getting paid here on your signal. Anybody who's in it, take some more off. You get a VIX pump here. So you're looking pretty good here. You're looking pretty good. Nice job for anybody who took it. And again, those signals are just places where we get speed and we can expect to get some mean reversion. So anybody who's got a runner here, you're getting paid. Nice job.
Yep, 22 still going to be pesky. Let me type all this shit out so people know.
Yeah, 22, as you said. It's going to be pesky.
Pesky.
Pesky, he says. All right, I'm going to take a look back at these internals here. They're holding. But we did kind of top out on internals, FYI. We're still strong as shit. They moved the call wall on the Qs all the way up to fucking 608, which is kind of crazy. Getting a pull on some of the Qs here. That was a good signal, guys. Signal worked. You get 4 or 5 handles off of this. That's exactly what you want, provided you held.
All right, a little more long puts coming in. They're targeting the 6740 line. And still more call selling above, creating some more positive gamma. They're selling the 90s, 6790s. They're up to about 2,500 contracts
on the calls.
On the calls, yeah. Again, I don't know how they're spread. This isn't like your typical spread we're seeing. You're just seeing some selling. They're now up to 3,600 on the 90s. So that's kind of a line that they're targeting.
Yep. 36, 36. Oh, yeah. The open interest, or sorry, the volume on those are the biggest. That in the 80s. Is it 90 by 95?
No, it's not spread. It's just straight up selling. I don't know what they're doing on it.
Also, it's fucking naked, man.
Yeah, it could be naked, or they could be like so far out that it doesn't even matter. I'm not sure. I just know they're selling it.
Well.
Well, he says.
Alrighty. All right. Who caught the fade, guys? Who caught the star? Everybody take it? Who took it? Post it. Post it. Mitch. Oh, I'm watching, man. I'm watching. But what do you expect? You got a low straddle. You got VIX doing what it's doing, and then look at the speed of this. You know what I'm saying? So out of the money calls are fucking worthless here, bro. They're worthless. You know? The problem is if you sell them, they're just going to float them, right? And they're just going to hold them. So you have to sell them at spike points, right, where they double. You got to sell them at those spots, which is where the stars come in, right? I mean, what are we going to do? Just fucking hang on until you see it. I still think we go to those gap levels. You know what I mean? So at those gap levels, I'm going to short the living shit out of this. Look at MasterCard. It's a nice pump. AXP. Where's the Goldman? Goldman stalled down for a little bit. Right? I mean, this is fucking... I mean, the market is saying Iran war is over, even though it isn't. That's what they're pricing in. All this volatility premium now, it's disappearing. And by the way, they haven't even sold oil, which is amazing. You know what I mean? So they're able to do this without oil. If they dump oil, which would happen, who knows? You get more news out of the Strait. If they dump oil, imagine now where this market goes. You know what I mean? You're going to get 680 on spot. And again, this is just us making predictions that don't fucking matter. It is Zeroday. We don't give a shit.
Posted some VIX stuff here. I'm also going to show it to everyone on the stream. I already posted it in the room, but this is important to pay attention to into VIX expiration tomorrow. On this left side, this is the gamma map that we're talking about. This is what I'd be watching. As you guys can see, the higher we go, the lower the negative gamma becomes, and it kind of not necessarily stabilizes, but it's just not as big. Right. However, the lower we go, negative gamma increases from 22 through 21. So this is what we were talking about before. If we break 22, there's the potential for there to be increased speed to push us straight down to that gamma flip line around 20. So that's something to pay attention to if they decide to keep coming off, vol, and we keep kind of pushing higher. On the upside levels, again, 23 is still an area of interest to pay attention to. See what they do there. Above 23, you kind of push up to 25. So that's what I'd be looking at from a VIX perspective today. These levels matter even more today because of tomorrow's expiration. So, just pay attention, and we'll mark those levels on your chart for sure. 22 is holding really well so far.
Yeah. Also, guys, all this data that we're getting here, this is all real-time updates here we get inside the room. And this options positioning and VIX data can help you considerably on your overall bias for the day. And most of you guys need to check your bias because most of the time our bias is fucking wrong. Case in point, yesterday I got into just crazy trouble just trying to go for what's happening today, yesterday. So my bias was too much, and I had to check it at the fucking door. So all of this positioning and options data, it helps us check all that.
Yep. And as Lucci said, we have all this information in the room. We show and talk about it a lot. If you guys are looking to have a more in-depth, detailed view of it, obviously our partners at OptionsDepth, provide this. So check them out. There's going to be a banner that'll scroll at the bottom if you guys are interested in seeing more about their info. But again, as Lucci said, talk about it in the room and use it as well. It's not useful if you don't know how to read it, and that's what we do.
Exactly. If you guys remember options flow data in the beginning, when it was started to become popular, and even now, most options flow data, they just push you everything. And meanwhile, none of it, there's trillions of dollars moving around in the options market. It doesn't mean every piece of information is fucking worthwhile. And most of it is not, especially how a lot of these programs push it out. They don't know fucking options like we do. We've been doing this shit for way too long. Guys, you can see the flat ass action here that's driven by the VIX. So anybody who's trying to short up here, realize from a time perspective, you're going to have to sit in it, which is why I would recommend only lotto tickets. And lotto ticket short means a cheap premium far out of the money that you can just sit on in case, you get a big VIX pump, you get a big dump, in the market here, which I don't think you're going to fucking get. But what do I know? They're moving the Q wall back down. Notice the ADDs and ADDQs, they're holding up really well, just like yesterday. What is that 90 going for? Remember that 90 call seller? It's going for $1.60 still. There's nothing to do here. You also don't want to chop and overtrade here, trying to figure out where we're going to go off this consolidation. It's not a position you want to take. All right, you got a decent fade going on in S&P. IWM, not so much. That red star was clean just from a speed perspective. So the call sell actually on that red star was cleaner. I'll post a chart of those. Yeah, they hit $7. They hit $7 on these things, and now they're trading 4.5. Fucking nice one. Very nice one. A small pop in the VIX here. Taking a look at individual names here. They're just kind of shaving down some of the fat man stuff, Amazon and shit. Banks just got a bit of a sell here too. All right, so small fade here. I don't have any positions on. I don't know about you, Joe.
No, I got nothing Zeroday related at the moment. Slow pace so far. They're kind of just burning premium. Yep. So far, one good signal that is just kind of slower. But so far, that 22 level has continued to hold. So at least we mean that we have the correct read on what we kind of expect for the day.
And then, as Joe pointed out, if VIX does break 22,
yeah, if we break 22, I'm looking for gamma magnet slow trades higher. All right, let's see. It looks like we have our first sold put spread coming in.
Oh, lovely.
Oof. It's muddy, but it looks like someone's selling the 6,700 by
Oh yeah.
6690s.
Oh yeah. I love that line. I fucking love that
We'll
line.
call it 2,000 contracts. Yeah, that's what it is.
Guy's selling 2,000 and he's got a 10-point spread, so he's gonna pull in a little over $1 on that shit if he hits, of course. So it's an interesting line. Here's your pull here, guys. Here is your pull. If we get a green star, I do want to shoot. Notice the cues came off that 605. Fat man back to 0. 80Q fell off a little bit. 80D not so much. I mean, that red star was fucking money. Ended up being pretty nice. Nothing much to do here. Early on here, interesting, we're seeing the gamma wall on the Qs move up to 604, but that might just be nothing. Whole lot of nothing to do here, guys. Iron Man's talking about NVIDIA. Yeah, take a look at NVIDIA. But again, she's... Yeah, what are you going to do on that one? She's on her own. Look at CVX. Oh, man. Oil again? XOM? Look at this shit. Oof. Yo. Freaking wild here. Yeah, maybe some news out on that Boeing. Meta coming in. That IWM is stronger, I would say, than everything else, in my opinion. Yeah, you can see the speed is just a lot slower on this tape, guys, than the last couple of days, which lends itself more to selling premium for sure. For sure. What lines do you sell? I don't know. But that option is up for grabs. I got nothing. I'm sitting here watching, doing nothing. I'm watching these 80Ds too, and the VIX. And the VIX. And the VIX. If anybody's biased here on the long, I would get some time. Like get tomorrow's options. Get tomorrow's options and try to buy dips. Something like that. If anyone is biased. This is dead. This is fucking dead. I mean, you guys can try to trade this freaking Nvidia or find something that's moving without the influence of the indexes, and that would be these oil names, CVX, XOM. Unbelievable CVX though. After the Venezuela thing, what a long swing on that one. All right, but it's pretty boring here, guys. Don't expect much trades from us. Feel free to start talking shit in the chat. Big K, yep. Big K, indeed. Indeed. I didn't even take it. I like that put seller, which I'm already in that line, by the way. So this guy came in after I came in. So that put seller at 6,700, I love it. But you're gonna have to sit from a time. You're gonna have to sit in it, which is unfortunately what most of you do not want to do. I'm gonna use this time to test out some shit. Look at the Q wall. Look at the Q Gex, guys. Look at the Q Gex. I think it's telling us a lot. It's telling us a lot about ranges today and what we could see. Well, folks, I think we should kill even the public stream here, Joe. This is dead here. We don't have much to.
Absolute jack shit to do.
We don't have much to share, bro. Anybody got lotto puts? Anybody got some lotto puts? Those look half decent. Here goes your boy Mark here, Mr. Permabull. Small fixed pop. SPY looks like it wants to trade back to where it opened, which is really not that far away. Ten toes up. Bought some lottos. Nice. Nice. I like those lottos. You got the VIX turning up a little bit. You got your internals here coming in. -6 on the Fat Man here. So we're starting to sell. Man, this is so fucking dead. Alex here, you guys been sitting on hands a lot, which is, as we know, is an important ability to have. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, VIX is getting a little bit of a pump. All right, Joe, I say we cut the public here.
15 more minutes, Luch.
Okay.
Just ain't
blue
shit
here.
to do. It's just slow. They're just burning out premium.
Lining up those blue here is lining up the 6,700 put sell if we get a green star. Notice the cues here, 604. This is the GEX level here that kind of moved up. If you look at
Don, I do look at it, but I gotta ask OD the significance of it. Because if this is a fat, this would suggest that VIX is gonna pump to 23.5.
right.
Based off of this picture. Yeah, it's supportive to push. So that's something I'm not entirely sure. Like, what's the actual value of that?
Look at him just shaving this off here. Fresh lows, guys. Check the VIX here. SPY call premiums, yep. SPX call premiums shaved the hell off fast. Yep, gap up, push up in the pre-market, and then sell it. Push up in the pre-market, and then sell it.
Yo, Mark is back. Mark, talk to me. Is this a squeeze on the puts? What are we doing? Are we getting long in this shit or what? I love Mark. He's my new favorite person.
Okay, guys, we're back to where we opened. And then, of course, now you got the pre-market below. What did Anthony Brown? What did Anthony tell us? He said the next day was going to be a nothing day. Tuesday sucks. Something like that. I mean, so far this tape is terrible. It's terrible. And they keep running.
All right, now we're getting a little more program sell. Quick one there. Lucci's not banned on Instagram. What you fucking talking about, you herb?
Am I banned?
No, I'm on your account right now.
I hope I am.
I was gonna say you can make that a thing if you want, bro.
I hope I am. Shit.
That opens up just fine for me, Bruce. Maybe you're banned, bro. Or maybe we banned you.
That was a nice pop off that. We didn't get a star off that, but that was pretty interesting. Man, they shook everybody out. Blue, those puts here. Shit. Oh yeah, I blocked you for sure. I blocked you, Bruce, for sure. For sure.
I knew exactly. You see that? You see that charm? Exactly. Charm plus our little EMA there. And bounce. Oh, and a new, remember, I'll tell everybody in the room. Today I'm doing a live stream with OptionsDepth at 1 Eastern.
Oh, nice.
On their channels.
Yeah, let's see if these ADDs come back up here. That was a nice bounce, man. Might want to come back in here, sell some freaking calls, man. Shit. That was a nice bounce.
It will be.
Whew.
I'm not sure if it'll be recorded, Charlie.
Sweet bounce.
Eventually, it will be when I do it with them, but it'll be on their socials. But yeah, nasty bounce here.
Time to add more short puts. The fact that they held that there, oh baby. The premium's still kind of all over the place. I added to my 6700s. My cost on the short leg is 560, and they're going for about 480 right now. 480 bid. But I got nothing, guys. I got nothing. I didn't even want to mess with this. However, I will say it again. Even though executing it is fucking damn near impossible, I still think we go cover the gap. I just think it's going to be the worst trade ever, and I think you need time. You gotta buy tomorrow and all this kind of stuff. What the fuck picture is this? Oh no. Oh no. See, this is why I blocked you. This is why I blocked you. You see? Like, what did he have? Imagine what he had to write to get it to give him that. You know what I'm saying? That's how warped of a mind this motherfucker has. Yo, Kremis, esa foto es de Luquillo. Es de Luquillo, bro. Mi casa en Luquillo. Sí. So he found a photo from me and Luquillo, added a girl, put the hair on me. You know what I'm saying? Roman, and thank you, bro. Thank you. Thank you, Roman.
Dude, Lucci, you don't want to see what Bruce sent me the other day.
Oh yeah, he's bad.
You don't. It's bad. At least that's can be posted. His couldn't even be posted to the main room.
But see how he gets? It's always in him. You see? Yo, just calm down, guys. And again, there's nothing to trade right here, so you guys are going out of pocket. Relax here. Remember, we in here to find some trades, to find some 0Ds. You see,
All right.
you put Bruce in a room. You see what happens.
I like Blue's comment here.
Yeah, out of pocket means it's off topic. Yo, is J30 here? J30, you here? All right. Let's see. What do we got? What do we got?
Pretty slow action here.
It's
I mean,
very
yesterday too, even for me, Luch, I took one trade and it was off Jensen. That's
okay.
it. That's the only trade I took all day, and it was a fucking banger. But it's just the price action. I think until we get through OPEX and all this, we're just going to remain sticky, and patience is going to be something that I think a lot of people will struggle with. But if you can be patient, mean reverting trades should work extremely well in this rangy tape.
Right. You're just going to only get one or two, and you have to be able to shoot when it looks like it. Those
Yeah, exactly.
those 70 calls, I like to sell those. I like to sell on those.
Yo, Mitch, you're not wrong. Because I don't have to interact or say anything. I can just focus on getting in and out of trades.
All right. Well, yeah, we're gonna have to put that on too. Now remember, news will screw us out of a good amount of trades, just like yesterday. Well, yesterday was Nvidia. Let's check back in on what the straddle is. I'm very curious to see if they dumped that back already. So what is the straddle? 67.30. 15 to 15, 29, 29 around there. That didn't really come off yet. All right, I sold both sides already, guys. I wouldn't join me yet. However, I sold both sides.
All right, I'm going to shut down the public here. Luch, you want to give us a little outro?
Well, you normally on days here, we get I say we get anywhere from 5 to 10 trades a day on Zeroday. And we practice a lot of freaking patience because, let's face it, from a bias perspective, every time I get a bias, including today, something happens where I still lose out. Right? It's not the market from before where you can buy breakouts and you can fucking short breakdowns and hold them and boom, go into money. So my ideas, even though I'm right, execution is off, timing is off, what I'm paying for the options is off, and then you just can't hold them like you could before. So hence why we've adopted a 0-day philosophy here. We wait for speed, we wait for emotion, and then we come in like a freaking wrecking ball here. So we're going for more of the mean reversion. And this helps us out a lot because you get fake breakouts and fake breakdowns all the time. That's where you get your emotion, and we can fade those all day. So that's what 0-day is all about. and the patience too to sit there and wait for that emotion to show up, because that's where your opportunity is. Now today's a different day, of course, because the straddle came in. We don't have news from Iran every single second, but we still have crazy pre-market action. So who knows what the hell could happen? So we wait, we sit there and wait for the emotion. So that's the new strategy. And then we have tons of new data here. Our boy here, Joey Gex, Joey here has brought us tons of data here from OptionsDepth, and then helped us to understand how we can make trades off of it. So this is all about VIX, all about Gamma, and that has helped us a lot in finding new trades and analyzing the data that's coming in. So shout out to Joey Gex, and it's a nice environment here. It'll help you a lot with toning down the number of trades that you're making. And then for you folks who are on the funded sims, it'll help you find the spot where all you're doing is shooting once or twice a day, and then doing copy trade here on a lot of accounts. So that's it.
All right, we'll cut it there.